DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Carolina Panthers. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out right. And Robbie Anderson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. 2nd and 10. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, look at the catch there by Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. McCaffrey. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. For it, McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A handoff left. McCaffrey able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Looking to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Joe Tryon. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check.
give to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Brady on third down. Howard has the first down and then some. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Quick throw caught by Godwin. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Six yards left on second down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And this is no good. Good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Fournette again. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Win the rep, let's go right here.
Fournette. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 7.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Fournette once more on second down. Fournette fighting through. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
That throw by Brady incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
56 the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. All right, G.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Alert! 56, Mike, 56. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 56, Mike, 56, right there, right there, right there.
To throw is Brady. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They're going to look to throw. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second and 6. Being chased out left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Zane Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break.
Big stop, let's go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Stay with your man. Mike 55, Mike 50. Watch the run. Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. All day, baby, all day.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Wait, 20. Ready? Four down. Check. Four down. Mike 55, Mike 55. 72. Here we go. Mike 55.
The final shot before half for Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. No. Check.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Go, Bandit.
Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Mark 13. He's coming. Check in. Quarterback, don't get nervous yet. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Kill.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Wait, that's Alabama. 380. Silver. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
Now Brady. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Yetur Gross-Matos gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
At the 17-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And it's He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. DJ Jones able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is up to 18 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Ozzie.
Brady now to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got Anderson on the slant. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30. Pushing his way through. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 162 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Play action, now it's Brady. And he fends him off. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now a play fake. Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Here's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Brady going to look to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Room here to run. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Tampa Bay, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.